Hello everyone, I'm back. So today we're going to be doing Total Drama Underdogs, a fan season by me, with the help of a little bit of the old ChatGPT. Before we get into this, let me fulfill a contractual obligation. Make sure to like and subscribe. Punch the notification bell so that you can know when I do a poll to vote on the next video. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I haven't slept very much this week. Anyway, so the video idea was submitted by Junior Vinicius, if I got that correct. Took 3 weeks, but your post made in, buddy. So here's the teams. I decided to up it each generation one character. So there is 28 characters here. 7 from each generation. Yeah, I know. I should probably go get some sleep, but the grind never stops. So let's go! Yay! Okay. So, we have the team Confident Cows, Sensational Sharks, and Killer Kangaroos. Usually I'd go through and name every character, but since there's a lot, I'm not gonna do that. Okay? Actually, let me make myself smaller real quick. Hi! Okay. Dang, my hair's getting in the way of the camera noticing my eyeballs. That's crazy. So the first challenge is, let's see. So we got Shipwreck Showdown. Teams must build a raft using limited supplies to navigate a course with various obstacles, including rapids, whirlpools, and a waterfall. The goal is to retrieve a treasure chest, and return it to shore. So we're going to have the Confident Cows win this, as they do seem like they're the most competent team. And Sensational Sharks come in next, which means that one on the Killer Kangaroos is going to go home. And that person is going to be Dakota Zoid. Dakota Zoid did not do much in the challenge, and I do not think she needs any changes in her character. So we're getting rid of her immediately. Sorry, Dakota fans. I think she is perfect the way she is currently. I just wish they hadn't brought Sam back, because he was also doing perfect. They were fine, you know? The next one is Castle Siege. Teams are tasked with building... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just bumped my microphone and that was loud. Oh my god, I gotta wake up. Dude, I gotta wake up. Okay, so this one is Castle Siege. Teams are tasked with building a makeshift catapult and using it to launch objects at a replica castle. They must knock down the castle walls to retrieve a key hidden inside. Okay, let's think about this. I say that the team that would knock the walls down best would be Sensational Sharks, as they have Scary Girl, Courtney. Yeah, just Scary Girl and Courtney, okay? And then we have also DJ, who made a hole in the solid wall, so... And then I'm gonna have Killer Kangaroos win this one as well, which means one from the Confident Cows is going home. And yes, I did come up with these names myself. I didn't use ChatGPT this time. Okay, so... Of the Confident Cows, the person going home is... Okay, let's see. So, who would be the most controversial on this team right now? Definitely not Sammy. Sammy and LaShawn would get along, so would Tyler. Tyler and Sammy are good friends right now. Z's chill along with them. Joe's kind of an antagonist, but she's like she's feuding with Lashana, but she does respect Lashana. I'm going to say that Lashana and Joe kind of have a friendship here because they are both pretty sassy. However, Joe really does respect Lashana and her abilities as like leadership and, you know, being helpful to the team. Axel get a little bit angry with people. Let's see, we got Ella. Nobody really dislikes Ella, so I'm gonna say Anne-Maria goes first from this team. And yeah, she was being sassy but not really nice to anybody, so they didn't really like any of them. Moving on to episode 3, we have Island Survival. Teams are dropped on a remote part of the island with minimal supplies. They must build shelter, find food, and create a signal for rescue. The team with the best camp setup and most food wins. Let's see, who's the best at a survival situation? I'm going to say Sensational Sharks do great here. And then I'm gonna say, let's see. Confident Cows have to win this one because they have Axel, which means that another one from the Killer Kangaroos goes home. No. So, I'm gonna have Leonard's arc last a little bit longer in this one because he's going to discover that he's not a frickin' wizard. We're going to have Dave kind of talk some sense into him along with Trent. Lindsay is not even that dumb enough to believe it. MK is like telling him you're not a wizard. Ripper's like you're not a wizard. The Shell's like you're not a wizard. And Max goes home. This time in a normal elimination, not where Chris throws him in, so that is his arc. Or his little thing there, because last time it was an unfair elimination. Now it's a completely fair elimination. But let's be honest here, Max goes into any season, he is first boot immediately. Except, not in this one, surprisingly. Okay. The next one is, hold on. Let's see. Mummy Mayhem, set in an ancient temple. Teams must navigate through a series of booby-trapped rooms to retrieve a sacred artifact. They have to avoid traps like collapsing floors and swinging blades. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to say that we have our resident, like, I'm going to say Z kind of steps on a wire or something. Z's going to trigger booby traps, so I'm going to say that the Confident Cows lose. However, Ella also helps out, and personally, they like Z more. They think Ella's a little bit annoying with her singing, so they get rid of her. Plus, there's a chance for them to get ahead, and Ella went back and helped out one of the other teams. So, Ella's gone in this one. Okie dokie, let's go. Let's see, so Dragon Boat Race. Teams must paddle a dragon boat around a course, collecting flags along the way. Each flag represents a point, and the team with the most points at the end wins. We're going to have the Killer Kangaroos lose this. Leonard finally realizes, you know, I'm not a wizard. And so he eliminates himself. He wants to go home. And he gets a little campaign going for him to get voted off. Dave is proud of him, of course, for doing that. This one is underwater adventure. Teams dive into an underwater cave to collect pearls. They have to navigate through narrow passages, avoid sea creatures, and return to the surface before time runs out. The team that loses this one is going to be... We're going to give the Sensational Sharks a loss real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, they haven't lost a single person yet. Okay, so we're going to get rid of... I say we get rid of Beer... No, we don't get rid of Beer. We get rid of Scary Girl, as she freaks the team out. It's close between Amy and Scary Girl and Stacy. Heck, they don't really want any of these people in here. Stacy is still being a pathological liar, but at least she isn't being a problem. At least at the moment. However, we're moving on to episode 7. So this one is medieval jousting. Teams participate in a jousting tournament with a twist. Oh, I forgot to ask, who do you guys think is going to win? You know what? Maybe do that at merge. Answer that question when you're about at merge. But guess from which team you think they'll be, okay? How about that? And then once we get to the merge, that's when you can guess a little bit more. Okay, so we got... So we're going to have Killer Kangaroos versus Sensational Sharks and Confident Cows and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to have the Killer Kangaroos lose this one. It's going to be a close one between Ripper and Dave, as Dave just sucked in the challenge. And Ripper was put against Axel, and Axel completely freaking bodied him, okay? And so it's a close thing between them, and Ripper's going home. Moving on to episode 8. Except I forgot to tell you guys that that was a non-elimination round. So, Ripper's still in. However, the teams voted. So, Ripper knows. Ripper knows that they want him out, so he's going to play even better now. Instead of being mean to them, he realizes that he's the one in danger. He is not the danger. Okay? Okay, so we're going to have Jungle Treasure Hunt. Teams receive a map and clues to find hidden treasures in a dense jungle. They must avoid traps and wildlife while collecting the treasures. Okay, so I'm going to say a random one for this. So we're going to have... We're going to have Killer Kangaroos win this one. And we're going to have Confident Cows make it through. But then we're going to even it up again in teams by getting rid of one of the Sensational Sharks. And we finally get rid of Stacy. She's finally out. However, in this episode, she admits that she is a pathological liar and she can't really help it. She's tried a lot, but she can't really help it. You know, she gets lost in the jungle with one of them and tells them about it. But it's too bad, she's still going. Episode 9. Caveman Cooking. Teams are given basic ingredients and tools to cook a prehistoric meal over an open fire. The catch is that they must first catch and prepare their food, like fish or small game. Okay, so we got DJ carrying. Boop. Lindsay messes up the cooking. So who's going home from the Killer Kangaroos? Well, It ain't Ripper this time, surprisingly. They decide to boot out Lindsay. Nope, just kidding with you. So they decide to boot out Trent. Trent, you know, kind of vented to Lindsay in this challenge, or in this episode. We kind of give hints that he's the one going home in this episode. He kind of talks about the whole Gwen thing and how that really wasn't him. We, give him a little bit of a push of like, and yes, Trent was the one who replaced Bridget in my readings, because originally Bridget was going to be one of the ones, but I wanted to replace her with Trent because I felt, if anything, Trent just needs another season where he can be seen as normal, okay? Now he's taking his OCD pills, I don't know. But Sky High Obstacle Course. Teams navigate a high ropes course suspended in the trees, facing challenges like swinging... Oh my god. My brain needs to brain right now, come on. Whew. Okay, my model's probably freaking out right now with how much I'm shifting in my seat. Facing challenges like swinging logs, tightrope walks, and zip lines. They must complete the course as quickly as possible. We're going to have Sensational Sharks win again with a close second for Killer Kangaroos. And the person going home from the Confident Cows is... Z. We're getting rid of Z a little bit early, sure, but he didn't exactly help out in this challenge. And everybody, gives him a big group hug on the way out. So, even Joe and Axel, which is what I'm going to... Okay, maybe not Axel, but even Joe. So we get rid of Z. Episode 11. Pirate Plunder. Teams play a game of capture a flag with a pirate theme. They must storm the other team's ship, a set on the beach, and retrieve their flag while defending their own. Sensational Sharks wins this one easy, and we're going to get rid of one from... the Killer Kangaroos. I'm sorry, but Dave is going home. Ezekiel's nervous now. Ripper's trying to, talk him into being an alpha male. He successfully talked to Dave, and Dave kind of believed him about it, and then went too far with his idea, to the point where even Ripper was disturbed, and Ezekiel is... well, he's learned, so he's like, this is weird. And so Dave's going home. My face when Dave says something stupid. Okay. This one is ice sculpting. Teams must sculpt a piece of ice into a specific shape, such as an animal or landmark. They are judged in creativity, accuracy, and teamwork. So we have the Sensational Sharks winning again. We're going to have the Killer Kangaroos come out with some amazing stuff thanks to MK and Ezekiel. And so one of the Confident Cows is going home, and that will be... Ooh, this is hard, because they all seem like they'd be friends, but... Damien tried his best. Sammy tried her best. Okay, let's just admit it here. I want to keep Tyler in, but yeah, Tyler's going home. Tyler would be the type to mess up really bad in that challenge. Okay, so we got Volcano Escape. Teams must climb a mock volcano, navigate through its lava, a foam pit, and retrieve an... No, that's not very total drama of them. And retrieve an item at the top. They must work together to avoid falling into the lava. The lava. The laboratory. So, the killer kangaroos and confident cows realize that the sensational sharks are kind of on a winning streak. So they decide to kind of team up, and they make it to episode 14. And this time we get rid of one of the sensational sharks, and that will be Beardo. Nah, I'm just kidding with you. We're getting rid of Amy. Sammy gets to see her off, that sort of thing. Sammy realizes that no matter what her sister says about her, she'll still make it through these challenges, and she might even possibly win this season. Moving on, we got... Let's see. Giant maze. Teams are placed in a giant maze and must navigate through it to find clues. The clues lead to a final puzzle that they must solve to win. Okie dokie. So, we're going to have killer kangaroos win this one. We're going to have the sensational sharks make it through again, and so one is going home from the confident cows. This is a close-knit bunch. So, let's see. They decide to get rid of Axel, as Lashana has a closer bond with Joe, and Damien has told Lashana about this, you know, the rudeness that Axel has when she's pissed. And Axel is pissed, so she can see a little bit of it already. Moving on. We got, let's see. So we have, let's see, Monster Hunt. Teams are tasked with capturing a monster, a hidden crew member in costume, in the forest. They must track the monster using clues and capture it with a net. The teams that will capture this, because there is 2 interns this time. The teams that are going to do it is going to be the Confident Cows and the Killer Kangaroos, with the help of Ezekiel and Ripper working together. Along with MK, who, you know, makes the thing, but, makes the net. Meanwhile, Ripper and Ezekiel hide it, because, you know, Ezekiel's got some, like, some woodland skills here. So we're going to get rid of who on the sensational sharks? Well, that would have to be Beardo, because Beardo has had enough time to get to know people. He's had enough talking. However, he didn't do enough in the challenge, so they say goodbye to him. Okay, dokie. So this one is going to be Circus Spectacular. Teams must put on a circus performance, including acts like tightrope walking, juggling, and clown routines. They are judged on their creativity and coordination. Surprisingly, Ezekiel can juggle, and so can Lindsay. Lindsay and Ezekiel are gonna kind of bond in this season, because Lindsay and Ezekiel did have that moment in Total Drama. I don't know how many Drama Island. And so we're going to kind of take what the, that one theory guy who, I don't remember who he is, but he did a thing where he actually did end up having Lindsay and Ezekiel kind of be like friends. So we're gonna do that in this one. Okay, I'm sorry if I sound like really bad today. I mean, like, usually since it's later at night, I have trouble making the videos, but this is like the best time for me to, you know, pretty much the only time that I find to like make these videos. But I once again do apologize for how crappy it may seem. Okay, so this one is going to be beach party games. Teams compete in a series of beach-themed games, including sand castle building, beach volleyball, and relay race in the sand. The teams to win this are going to be the Confident Cows and the Sensational Sharks. Why are you getting rid of one of the... Why did the Killer Kangaroos lose, you ask? Well, MK cheated, and Chris found out, thereby eliminating her. Okay, moving on to episode 17, we have... Wait a minute. Who's going home for the beach party games, including those sand? Okay, hold on. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember skipping any in my list. Why does this not seem right? Anyway, so episode 16, we're getting rid of MK because she cheated in the beach party games. Next, we have a rock climbing relay. Teams race to climb a rock and retrieve flags at the top. They must... Oh, actually, no, never mind. Teams explore a haunted ship set to find hidden objects. They must solve puzzles and avoid ghosts, crew members in costume to complete the challenge. However, Sensational Sharks DJ gets scared, and they do vote him off, but this time, unlike every other friggin' elimination he has in the series, this is a normal elimination, where they just do vote him off, in general. He doesn't get scared by something, get immediately eliminated due to that. He does not eliminate himself. He is not the last remaining person on his team, so he immediately goes. This time, he is fairly eliminated, and that is his story done. We're good. Moving on to episode 18. This one is going to be Safari Photo Hunt. Teams are given cameras and must take pictures of specific wildlife on the island, actors in animal costumes or animal props, or actual wildlife, depending on how Chris feels, I guess. The team with the best photos wins, and the teams that will win this are going to be let's see. So the Confident Cows and the Sensational Sharks. However, this is another non-elimination round. This is our second out of 3 non-elimination rounds. Moving on to the next challenge, we have... we have Balloon Battle. Actually, hold on. Wrong one. We have Wilderness Rescue. Teams must navigate through a forest to find and rescue a stranded teammate, an actor. They must use a map and compass and overcome natural obstacles. So the teammate needed to be rescued for each team is... Let's see. They decide to take one gen, one character from each, which would be Lashana, Courtney, and Ezekiel. Now, without Courtney, this team is having a little trouble. However, they are all from the same season, so they're getting along. Joe is leading Damien and Sammy pretty well, because this season she's less of an antagonist and more of a anti-hero, I guess? Because she's kind of like chilling with the others, but she also is rude sometimes, and yeah. So anyway, we have the Killer Kangaroos. The person going home from this one is... the sensational sharks, where they decide to get rid of Dawn. Sorry, Dawn. Didn't do too much in this challenge. You tried your best, but you didn't succeed. Anyway, we made to merge. Here we have our final contestants. Actually, hold on. I'm going to say that Dawn survives this one. I actually meant to put Ripper, but I was thinking of a Ripper Axel thing where, you know, I did the whole thing that, you know, my ship for Ripper and Axel, the thing that I think of when I think of that and the potential that it has, I would do that. However, I just remembered that I did eliminate Axel, so I can't do that in the first place, which means that I'm just going to get rid of Ripper in this one. Sorry, guys. Sorry, all you Ripper fans out there. Okay, so we're going to have a Ezekiel and Dawn relationship here. So we've all made it to merge. This one is going to be tightrope walk. Contestants must cross a high wire stretched between 2 points. They can use a balance pole, but must navigate obstacles like swinging weights and gusts of wind. So, only people who make it through without falling off get immunity, but multiple people get immunity for this one. So the people that make it through are as follows: Courtney, Joe, Sammy, Damien, Dawn, Ezekiel, and Nichelle, which means that 4 of them did not make it. And that would be Lashana, B, Brick, and Lindsay. The person they decide to get rid of in this one is going to be, drumroll please, B. B is going home. Especially because he does not really have anything that he can probably do in this. For the plotline anyway. Oh, I should, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we don't have too long left. So we have bungee jump trivia. Contestants are suspended on a bungee cord and must answer trivia questions. For every wrong answer, they are dropped closer to the water below. Ezekiel uses his school smarts here. Courtney uses her school smarts. Damien uses his school smarts. And the person who makes it through is surprisingly Damien. Damien wins this thing, which means that these guys decide who they get to vote off. And the person they decide to vote off is Nichelle, as they realize that she is a huge threat. Moving on to episode 22. This one's going to be mud wrestling. Contestants face off in a mud pit, trying to push each other out of a designated area. The last contestant standing wins. Let's see, so the person that I'm going to have win this is going to be Joe. And the person eliminated here is going to be Ooh, we don't really have a villain here now, do we? Well, time to make someone the villain. Courtney spreads some lies about, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Courtney spreads some lies about Brick, and they are going to eliminate him here. And since only Joe knows him from from her season, there is, well, no really competition here. Okay, we got a lot of characters from Gen 1. Let's see, we got one character from Gen 2. We got one character from Gen 3. And then we got one character from Gen 4. Okay. So this one is going to be Bug Eating Contest, a classic gross out challenge where contestants must eat a variety of insects and other usual items. The one who eats the most or finishes first wins, which is going to be Sammy. Sammy is going to win this one. She pulls through, and the person that they're going to get rid of in this one is going to be Lindsay. Sorry, Lindsay. But it's not that they really deem you that big of a threat, they didn't like your constant screaming during the challenge. However, Lashana sees you off, Ezekiel sees you off, Damien sees you off, Joe doesn't, and Sammy sees you off. Bye-bye, Lindsay. You tried your best this time, but you're not gonna make it to the finals in this one. Okay. If you guys want to see Lindsay make it to the finals, check out my other videos. She might in one of those videos, who knows? You just gotta find the right one. Okay. Contestants contestants race up a rock wall with various difficulty levels. The fastest climber to reach the top wins immunity or a reward. I'm going to have Ezekiel win this one, which he was the next person on the chopping block, so that makes it a little hard. The person going home from this one is okay, so we have Joe and Lashana together. Let's see, Courtney can convince Damien, and she kind of talks to Joe and Lashana about booting out Sammy. Which Sammy made it far. She showed her sister that she can do well. And so she gets out here. The person who's going to get out in this next one, which is a paintball sniper challenge. Contestants navigate a course while being targeted by paintball shooters. The goal is to reach the end without getting hit, or with the least number of hits. The person who's going to make it through this one, it will be Courtney. And the person who is going home is going to be Ezekiel. Sorry, my friend. You made it to episode 25. That's good for you. Wait, holy crap. Holy crap, wait. I'm checking my notes. This is a non-elimination challenge. Let's go. He stays in, boys. Ezekiel, top 1? Winner of the whole season? Question mark, exclamation point? Not clickbait? Okay. So the next one is a talent show. Contestants showcase a unique challenge, whether singing, dancing, or a quirky skill. They are judged on creativity, performance, and entertainment value. And the person who wins this one is going to be Ezekiel, surprisingly. We're going to have him bring out some of his stuff. And so the person going home is Damien. they convince them to get rid of Damien. And the next episode... Wait, why do we have 4... We have episode 31. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. How did I miss the non-eliminate? Okay, so we're just going to make it shorter, okay? I think I might have made a mistake when I made this. Okay, so moving on, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we don't even need 30, we just need 29 episodes. Okay. Okay, so we got this. Then we got this. I'm just changing the colors so that I get a little bit better. But, so now we have our final 4 here. So we have Ezekiel, Courtney, Joe, and Lashana. This time we have Laser Maze. Contestants navigate through a room filled with laser beams they must avoid touching. The fastest time through the maze wins. Oh dang, the next challenge is going to be something that Ezekiel wishes he was there for. Nope, we're not doing this one. That would be too boring. But spelling bee was in this with increasingly difficult words. That would have been Ezekiel's thing. However, we're going to be changing it up, and we're going to have contestants partner up for, Contestants partner up for a water balloon toss. The goal is to throw, actually not a water balloon toss. This one's a water balloon war, essentially. And actually, you know what? We're going to say water guns here. And Joe and Lashana realize that they're in danger. Courtney realizes that she's extremely in danger too, because if she doesn't win this, then there's a chance that she is definitely the one going home. So she manages to get out Lashana, and it becomes a Joe versus Courtney 1v1. Ooh, it's a close one. Oh my gosh, who's going to win? Well, Courtney gets out, so it's going to be Joe. And the person who wins this season in the final... And I'm not going to even go into detail for this one, because this one's going to be a epic final full of obstacles, and as well as help from former contestants. But episode 29, Lashana canonically wins. Anyway, thank you guys for watching very much. Go outside, compliment someone's hair, and make the world a little bit better. Bye-bye.